Welcome back everyone to Outward Platinum walkthrough. In the last episode we have crafted a few more things. One of those things was purity potions. We have already used up one. I have one in my inventory and one spare, so it's good to have in your back pocket. We have also gone over our defenses like protection, barrier, resistance, how they work to decrease the damage that you take. I have also gone over a few recipes that we have learned. We have taken a look at the quests that we have accomplished so far. Basically just taken a little recap. Also, what I did off screen was buy the runic armor set from the blacksmith for 1400 silver. I have mentioned it before, but up until this point you only want to sell the items that don't bring in that much money anyway. So if you can't afford it now, it does not matter. We don't need it right away. It's just the armor, I just want to have it. So I know I don't have to think about it anymore. Because the next area we are going to is where the money can be made, which is why we will need 4 travel rations to get there. I have also already packed 200 silver because there will be a use for it, of course. I have packed as well the weather defense potion. Might come in handy. I don't want to spoil it too much. If you're not too familiar with the game and you don't know where we're going, buckle up. Because now we will leave Enmerker Forest, but not through this gate. Gotcha. We want to take the other one. So, in case you are traveling around Aurai a little more than me, the enemies reset every 7 days, I think. So, when you spend 7 days outside of Enmerker Forest and come back, you want to always go to the Cabal of Wind Temple and kill the Shell Horrors for the Horror Chitin, because they are part of the money-making process here. So please, always kill those. It doesn't take you much. You can avoid a lot of the corruption in there. Good. Now that I made that clear, I'm going to eat 1 tartine just so I can have some stamina recovery. You may have already seen in my inventory, I'm going to show it off soon again, that I will be using the camouflage tent from now on. The reason is not that it's camouflaged and looking fancy, but the reason is that we get 10% stamina cost reduction. The stealth does not matter all that much, at least not to me, but the stamina cost reduction is the best I can afford for now. The next step would be the fur tent, which gives 15 I think, and the next step up is the luxury tent, which gives 20%. But to buy the luxury tent now would be too expensive. We will find one for free later on, but it's during a faction quest, so all in due time. Now let's have a quick look on our map. We left Berg over here, went along this path, and will now go to this area here. Make sure you don't have too many food items on you. I only have this 1 marshmallow tartine because I'm going to use it as soon as we have entered the next area. So let's travel to Abrassar. Abrassar. I'm gonna call it Abrassar, I think, but I will mix up the names again. Alright, the Abrassar Desert Izan told us about at the very beginning of the game. As you can see, it is very hot here, who would have guessed? And the first thing I want to do is place down my tent have a zip of water, because that takes care of the hot weather for us. Okay, ambush reduction is amazing. Which is why I'm just going to repair for 1 hour so we can get the bonus. It doesn't matter how long you sleep, it just matters that you do an action in the tent basically. And now it sounds a little kinky, but it doesn't matter if you sleep, if you're on watch, or if you're repairing. Anything counts. You get the full duration of the buff. So this is what I usually do when I enter a new area. Quickly have a rest and eat a tartine. Since we're in the desert. Water again. Right. First thing on the agenda, head east. We are going to visit an old friend of ours. Also here in the desert, unique enemies of course. A few things that you might want to grab along the way are these cactus. Cactus fruit can be used in a few recipes of course again. And in my experience, the loot here in the desert from the random corpses that are lying about or the chests is a little bit better than the previous areas. Maybe it's just my personal preference that I like to find more expensive stuff. Okay, here you can see fancy shining hornets' nests that look very similar to the ones in the Merca forest. What? They look much more menacing. Not our concern right now, we're going to head straight past. And down here you can usually see, it's 8 PM now. Let's lie down. What I'm going to do now is put water on my quick slot. Because 3 enemies that can set us on fire sounds like a death wish. I want to lure them a little further, because there is at least 1 enemy that I want to kill. Of course it would be awesome if I could kill all of them. You can see him over here. A little nasty. No thank you. Let's get the shell horror into the mix as well. Come on, big boy. Good. Trying to get it to strike the elemental over here. Come on. Good, that worked out. Now I want to have the Burning Man. Come on. You too, you're important, yes. Can you please get a move on? Wow, they take their precious time. Okay, this one is already dead. The elemental already paid the price. Come on, shell horror. What is wrong with you, my guy? Are you glitching? Okay, it's burning now. The next thing I want to do is take care of this little pesky creature. Now I want to get it to bleed. Good. Done and done. One more horror chitin for us. Also, I had to run past this palladium rain over here, but I want to have it. And obviously, since we are in the desert, there will be very little use for a harpoon. Another cactus fruit. It'll quench ya. And here there's a chest, and also an ornate one. And tombow head. Right. Now we want to enter the Immaculate's camp. This is the final base game area, so this will be our final visit, and hopefully he will give me the item of the item that I want. Hello. I've prepared you a small gift. After so many meetings, it just feels right. It's a halberd that my kind uses, made safe for human hands. May it protect you from whatever means you harm. Where will you go now? Wherever I desire. Perhaps we will cross paths again someday. May you stay safe and grow strong, friendly human. The world could use more people like you. Thanks a lot, buddy. I like you too. So, we have now received the Dreamer Halberd. And if you just take a look at the reach of that thing alone, it's a beast. The damage is also sick. The impact, it's a very powerful weapon. Very, very powerful. Especially now that we have the Moon Swipe. And as the Moon Swipe description tells you, it gets only stronger when you have Rage or Discipline. Rage comes from Enrage, Discipline comes from Focus and from Brace. So, in the right hands, this weapon is deadly. I want to loot this chest over here. Bedroll can stay where it is. So, Dreamer Halberd, we did it. Next, I want to keep my Skycrown mace. Also pretty heavy now. Well, let's just move some stuff to pocket. 3.5. Let's just do that. Yo, enough. Head out again. Okay. So over here we can see some little sparkle. Another palladium vein. Good. Supply cache. Now we take this path that leads us north. Find another palladium vein. I'm just gonna quickly grab another cactus fruit. Oh, not over here. Where was it? Never mind. In the distance you can see the shiny vigil pylon. And in the east you can see a a few towers lurking above the sand. This, my friends, is Levant, where we want to go now. Okay, who's fighting what over there? Okay, there's an enemy on the run. Let's just quickly check if we can reap the rewards of their fight. Oh, it's a bird! Not the pearl bird. What is that? A jewel bird. And he drops the raw jewel meat. That's the good stuff. Also a chest is in here. Desert Cowpash, Hex Cleaner and Cactus Pie. Right. So on our way to Levant, there's one more corpse somewhere. Is it over here? Yep, there it is. I just want to quickly grab the loot. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter too much. We're almost at our destination. You can see the enemies that were restricted to a dungeon in Immaculate Forest, these bugs over there, are now here on the world map. I just call it the world map. So there's a bunch of stuff running around. The enemies are a little tougher than the ones we have encountered so far. I mean, yeah, of course, it's in the vanilla version, this was pretty much the end game area. But the harder the enemy, the better the loot. Now we enter Levant. It's so beautiful. So, gonna take a look at the map. We are now over here. And there's quite a lot of stuff to do, which we will tackle in the next episode. I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. And wind be at your back, my friend.